When a French supermarket placed an order at Neal's Yard Dairy in London, it seemed too good to be true. The London-based artisan cheese seller was ecstatic. The order for 22 tons of cheddar was one of the largest they had ever received. The sheer size of the order forced them to enlist 3 different cheese producers to meet the demand. But their initial reaction, that the whole thing was just too good to be true, turned out to be correct. There was no deal with a French supermarket chain. The 300,000 British pounds, 588,085 owed, was never going to be paid, and the 22 tons of cloth-bound cheeses have seemingly vanished into thin air. The fraudulent buyer, according to the team behind Neal's Yard Dairy, first approached them in July. They were told they were dealing with a legitimate wholesale distributor for the French retailer. Patrick Holden's dairy farm in Wales was one of the 3 tasked with filling the order, which consisted of more than 950 cheese wheels. We'd been going around proudly saying, "Guess what, a French supermarket is buying our cheese," Mr. Holden told the New York Times. All the cheeses purchased, including Hafod, Westcombe, and Pitchfork cheddars, were highly valued, and in some cases award-winning. In Mr. Holden's case, he told The Independent, the recipe was 100 years old. "Our cheese is limited in quantity, but we had it in storage and we worked out. What we gave for the order was the most we could spare," he said. The cheese was delivered by Neal's Yard Dairy to a warehouse in southeast London, where it was set to be collected by the distributor. Payment was due in the first week of October. When the money did not arrive, Neal's Yard Dairy tried to follow up with the distributor. But by that time, they said, all lines of communication had gone dead. Westcombe Dairy's Tom Calvert told the BBC the process of making the cheeses started almost 3 years ago. "The amount of work that's gone into nurturing the cows, emphasizing the best farming practice and transforming the milk one batch at a time to produce the best possible cheese is beyond estimation," he said. "For that to be stolen, it's absolutely terrible." After weeks of trying to track down the buyer for payment, Neal's Yard Dairy called the police. A 63-year-old man has since been arrested on suspicion of fraud by false representation and handling stolen goods, according to a Scotland Yard spokesman. The man was questioned at a police station in South London before being released on bail. No further details have been released about the man or about where the 950 cheese wheels could have gone. Some of the suppliers involved have suggested trying to sell the cheeses in the UK. Europe or Australia would prove difficult for thieves.